Okay guys, so one thing here real quick that I want to show you is what I would like to call, like, let's say the blur bug or issue. And I want to make one thing sure. This is not planning to create a second gate, any hype or so. This video isn't supposed to go viral. But I just noticed this and never saw it on any other review before being mentioned. And that's why I thought I would just show it to you. And this is mostly noticeable during scrolling, and especially if you have hard contrasts like here, for example, this bright white and this blue. But I will also show it later somewhere else, because as you can see here, this is what is very, very odd, and I'm not quite sure how well it will translate over the camera. But at the moment you start to scroll, everything around the text starts to blur. There is like a shimmer over it, as you can maybe see here. Here I think it's quite obvious. The moment you start to scroll, there is this shimmer. And I've never seen this on any device as obvious before. And if you just scroll through your posts, you will see this. And the thing I think it's why it's maybe worth mentioning is there are people that have, maybe you know it, like motion sickness from ego shooters, and maybe some people have the same thing here as well for kind of this motion blur of the scrolling, because I think it's obvious. And sometimes I really have to say it did make me dizzy, because it really got obvious in pretty much all the apps. Wherever, as you can see here, wherever text is involved and you scroll upwards and downwards or just in one direction, there is always this constant blur. And I'm not sure, I don't think it's a Marshmallow issue, because I used it on the Motorola Moto X Pure, didn't notice anything of that. So I'm not sure if it's a Nexus specific thing, and if the Nexus 6P has it, because I haven't seen it on any one of those being mentioned. Or maybe it's just because of the IPS screen and thing of what Google did here with this system. So I'm absolutely not sure. Please let me know in the comments, because I personally think it's pretty much a deal breaker, at least for me, because this blur, I'm not quite sure what they did to try to manage here, because I don't see the purpose. It is very, very odd for me. It kind of hurts my eyes, because it's really, really irritating here. I'm not quite sure if you can see it. So I've seen a little bit of motion blur on a few other devices already, but never in this extent. So let me know in the comments if it's a bug or anything, if it can be fixed, or if it's just the Nexus 5X thing, or if it's a Nexus 6P as well. So if maybe Google did that on purpose on their Nexus devices for some reason with Marshmallow, if it maybe happens on other Nexus devices with a new or recent updated version of Marshmallow, I don't know, but I would like to know it. And this is pretty much all I wanted to say. Okay, until next time, bye.